So basically, what is a bin? A bin is like a basket that can contain video. Can I create more than one bin within the same project? Of course I can. If I go to bin over here, I would have the bin settings. Another thing I can do is go to new bin, where I can create a new bin. And for example, I can rename the bins here. For example, the first one is going to be called short movies, for example. And the second bin that I created, which is so far empty, I'm going to call it say night shots, for example. So if I double click on short movies, I can see the content. Alright, if I just click once on it, I can see in the super bin the content of that. But if I go to night shots, it has nothing so far, but I have the super bin of night shots open, so I can right click and choose import. And for example, I can import say the ocean video over here, and this will be placed in the night shots bin. So what basically bins are doing, they are storing the video files for organization, because if I just scatter all my video files without any organization, I would have a hard time finding them. So bins would be a good way to sort out your video. So I'm gonna go back to short movies now, and these are the video files that are contained. And the first thing that I'm gonna start doing is actually defining the in and out points of video, because this will actually show me, or show the viewer of the video, at what point the video starts and at what point the video finishes. So let's start, for example, with the TV set. So I'm gonna double click on it, and this will open the video in its own window like this. If I scrub the time, I'm gonna see that the camera is shooting the video at different angles. So what I want to do is actually start to take the video from this angle, for example, and finish, say, right over here. So I don't want to take the whole length of the movie, I just want to take a portion of it. So scrubbing again, if I look here, I see that I have a reflection on the screen, so I don't want to see that. So the moment the reflection disappears, say over here, I'm gonna set the end point of the video. So if I go over here, it's gonna say mark in, and if I click on that, I have an end mark for that video. So if I continue, I wanna finish, for example, there, I have a mark out button that I can click on, right? So this set the mark out button. Let's set the in mark again, because it didn't take the first time. So alright, now I have the in mark and the out mark. So whenever I'll be playing the video in my timeline over here, that's what I'm gonna be using. So which brings us to the concept of the timeline. So here I just previewed my video, and I set the in and out points, but I'm not really using that video in my project, because to use it in the project, it has to be featured in the timeline, and the result is going to be displayed over here. Now if I look at this video here, it has V1 and A1. A1 stands for audio, and V1 stands for the video track. So I have two tracks here, one video track and one audio track. Normally, in case you were shooting with a stereo microphone, you would have two audio tracks instead of one. In this case, I just have one, but the workflow is exactly the same. So what I want to do now is drag this from the super bin down to my timeline. Alright, and if I look here, I have V1, which is the audio. It's called TV set, the extension is MP4, and that's the audio. The second audio track is grayed out, meaning that I just have one audio track. So the way to actually scrub through your timeline is to go down here and to scrub like this, and that's gonna be your result displayed over here. Of course, you can press play to play this in real time. Now one thing to note is that when we set the in and out points, the final result displayed these over here. So now we're no longer seeing the reflection that we had at the beginning. So if you scrub over there, you see that the TV screen is tilted to the left side. but the start of my movie does not feature that. Actually, we just have it display properly the way we want it. Another thing to note is that the actual size of the video that I got is 640 times 480, and this is smaller than 720 times 576, which is the PAL resolution. Therefore, I see black space all around. So this happens because I did not convert the video when I imported, but it's not a problem because we can resize the video over here so that it matches the same resolution as the PAL resolution. Now, this is not a very recommended workflow, but because I shot with a low resolution camera, this is something that I had to do. But in case I was shooting with a PAL camera, the size of the video would be exactly the same, so I don't have to do the step that I'm gonna do right now. So basically what I want to do is resize or scale up the size of my footage so that it has the same size as my composition over here, or my composer. So the way to do that is to add an effect which is called resize, and that's what I'm gonna do in the next video.